Welcome to the future.
Speaking of enlightenment, did I hear you're getting a Bridge 4 tattoo, CJ? See.
I don't even know what yes.
Well, I mean, that means you'll have to read the books, that's all.
What book am I reading?
All the books.
What books am I reading?
Just any book that I suggest you have to...
Stormlight Archive?
Okay.
All, 3,500 pages of it.
Come on, it took me like a month and a half. You could do it.
I got audiobooks, it's fine.
Yeah, the audiobooks are very good.
It's one session straight into another.
Like, the last time I actually sat down to read a book, I was like 10.
It's only approximately 141 hours worth of audio, so yeah, you could totally bust it out in a week.
Here in a month, it will go up again.
Oh, yeah.
It'll increase by another 55 hours.
Yep, probably.
That's a confirmed length. It's 55 hours.
Did you guys already go through the Worm anthology?
Worm anthology.
Oh yeah, that was one that who was it? I think Remy got me turned on to that. It's just an insanely long, really great story.
Reverend kept trying to get me to read that for a while.
So that actually that sucked me in for a very long time, but I finally made my way through it, and then I have not started. There's a second part of it that I have not gotten into yet. So it's like, I can't lose that much of my life again.
Worm anthology. I don't even know what that is.
So it's a
yeah, Google's not giving me
alternate
anything.
Universe. It's an alternate universe where
Google's giving me Earthworm Jim.
Yeah. Oi.
Oi.
Oi. There was a ping.
But basically, it takes place in an alternate world of Earth where certain people have developed superhuman powers and others have not.
Okay.
And the protagonist is a high school aged girl whose mom died. I don't remember if it was from cancer or a car accident or whatever. And she gets bullied in high school, and then she starts...
Who's the author of this? I'll have to bookmark it. It sounds interesting.
I'm looking for it for you, actually, because I'm in the Riftwake page, because that was where it got dumped on me.
Ah. Mm-hmm. So many of those random pre-game chats they go all kinds of places. Like learning that turns out there's 5 Home Alone movies.
Yeah. I've got time to go grab a drink. I've been talking for 6 straight hours in the other game. So.
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean,
yeah, I'm gonna go grab my water really quick to wash down these donuts that I really don't know what to do with.
Send them to me. I'll take donuts.
That's what I was saying.
Yes,
but
please. Come have some donuts, guys. I have too many donuts.
No, you can't have too many donuts. That's not possible.
He ordered half a dozen and got a dozen on accident and was too embarrassed to correct.
Oh, bullshit. I go through a dozen donuts in 2 hours. That's nothing.
That sounds miserable.
Who are you?
That sounds miserable.
What are you? Are you human?
Baby?
Okay, here we are. The Worm audiobook.
By
J.C. McCrae, also known as Wild Bow or Wild Bow.
J.C. McCrae.
I think that's it. Unless I'm thinking of a totally different one.
It said Parahumans #1.
Yep, that's it.
Okay.
So the book is called Worm.
Well, it's the Worm audio project. Yeah, it was basically covered many hours, and it was 2 years of twice weekly updates
Oh, it's a web serial. So it's not like a
Mm.
published book or anything. This is like a web blog
Right.
story.
Web
Interesting.
series type thing.
It totals roughly 1.75 million words,
Jesus.
which is really awkward to say in that way.
Yes.
Roughly
1 point-
26 typical novels in length.
Jesus.
Uh,
Similarly, I recently learned about something called football 17776,
okay.
which is another web serial, but the entire notion is that it is post apocalyptic, in that like our modern world fell apart, and then this universe has since rebuilt itself, and it's post scarcity and post the problems that come with post scarcity. So it's like looking at all of this in supreme retrospect, and it's kind of melancholy and pretty and interesting. Like, one of the first things it mentions is like one lawn that's been maintained by robots for thousands of years, and it's like, but no human has stepped on it in like 1,000 years. Like, it's just crazy. And I hear it's very good. 156 hours in the first form audiobook series.
Well, that's the first chunk, which is Parahumans, and then there's another one after that.
God.
So the 156 hours covers basically the first arc, and it's broken down into chapters and sections, and they use a combination of people that are reading the book. None of it is the author himself, but they do like anthologies where they'll bring together sometimes 25 or 30 of the other readers to read specific parts in it also.
Yeah, so it sounds like a really good fan project to this web serial that's been going on for a long time. It says it finished in November 2013. Like, that's when it ended. Like,
Yes.
I'm assuming it started way earlier than that. It started in 2011. Really? That many words in
Yes.
3 or 4 years? Jesus.
Twice
That's
weekly.
pretty good.
That is prolific.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. To give you
I'm
some
ready.
comparison.
Everyone's ready to go. I'm good now.
All right. So, are we ready to go live?
We're already live.
Yeah.
Are we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I just see the splash screen, and I have it on mute because I don't want to have an echo.
Yeah, I also have it on mute, but somebody was like, "So you ordered too many donuts, huh?"
Yeah.
So, to give you some comparison, the longest running fantasy series is The Wheel of Time, and it's like just over 4 million words.
Oh God.
Wheel of Time is good too.
I have heard that. I have been reluctant to get into it because it is a 4 million word commitment.
Same. Yes. I hear it's good, but oh my god, it's so big.
Yeah.
It's intimidating.
So many
And I feel like
books.
Stormlight is gonna
11,
eventually.
I think?
13,
Stormlight's actually.
Oh, 13. Yeah.
Man. Stormlight's gonna be that
overtake
eventually.
it. Oh, no,
for
it's
sure.
going to overtake it.
Very quickly. It
Yeah.
only hasn't because it's only 3, soon to be 4 books. But if they're all roughly equal in length, it will overtake it. I think someone did the math at some point. I think we even discussed it in one of our pregame sessions. Like, it's going to overtake it in like 4 or 5 books ish.
Yeah. Because someone did it on Reddit.
Yeah, we were enjoying the data spread of like word counts of various series and how Stormlight is like already well on its way, and it's like really early in its planned run.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, Oathbringer has more words than Lord of the Rings already. Or just Oathbringer does.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Every individual Stormlight is a trilogy unto itself.
Mm-hmm.
As
But isn't
described by.
Oathbringer just so good though?
Oh, it
Yes.
is for sure. And
Should we just make this a Stormlight stream? Is that what we're gonna do?
no. This is okay. We need to like actually get into the game itself.
I mean, I'm here for it.
I mean, yeah, I'll chat, but I think everyone needs to have read Stormlight for that to be interesting for everybody involved.
Yeah.
We will make it interesting, sir.
I feel like I'm the odd man out here.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to explain the entire Stormlight trilogy without any spoilers. That's what we're going to do for entertainment.
Yeah.
5 words.
Yeah.
Movie title.
That would be a very not entertaining stream where the three of us just gush about Stormlight in order, so we retell the story badly.
Isn't that what, like, people talking about fantasy series is?
Yeah, right? Like, oh, I love the story very much. Allow me to share it with you, but worse than the book actually is.
Yeah.
I mean, I've already managed to convert 3 people since I started reading them by telling things badly, so I don't know.
I converted my wife's sister and her brother and my brother. Or my wife's sister, her husband, rather, and my brother. So I've converted 3-ish. There might be more, I don't know.
I've gotten 1 person that I know of into it.
Okay, we're not a cult.
You're
We're a
slacking.
fucking cult.
Well, I mean, Bree's pretty convinced we're a cult, but
Put the Kool-Aid away.
she's into it. So like,
Our throats get sore if we don't drink the Kool-Aid from all the talking.
yes.
And also, like, you really need to give the person with ADHD a ton of sugar. It really makes things interesting.
Okay, so let's begin. Allow me to make a little mark in my recording. All right.
We haven't done nearly enough pre-show.
Well, yeah, because we're live.
Say hello to the people. Hello, people.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, people.
Hello, and welcome to this very special edition of Do Not Resuscitate, the DNR Fancast. This is a special soap opera one-shot edition with a very special guest, Mark. Say hello.
I thought you were talking about a special guest. It's just me.
I am the DM.
We're talking hard hat and crayon special, so
Yes, there's
We
two
currently
different.
have an echo, guys.
And again? Oh, I feel like this happened last year.
Yes. Probably.
it's not me.
Either an echo or it was like silent for the first half. Maybe I fixed it.
Where's
should've
the
fixed it.
link to the stream?
Here, let me just post it in our Discord.
Oh, it stopped. Yep, we're good.
Okay, fantastic. All right, back to
Jinx.
the intro. I am the DM Ken, and joining me is Amy.
Yo, I'm Amy, and I'm going to be playing V, the half-orc fighter, who does not speak with that accent. I don't know where that came from.
She does
You just
now.
It got overtaken. It turns out that's always what the Durnhall accent was. She was just repressing it to live in the classy town of Fairbay.
Yeah,
She just hadn't been living here long enough to know.
she's ready.
I don't even fucking know where I'm from anymore.
She's ready to win over Louisiana with that Darn Hollow charm.
And CJ.
Hello, my name is CJ, and I am not a Southern Bumpkin. Also, I play Jacoba, the Drow Bard.
And Ian.
I am Ian. I really wish I could do a hardcore maiden accent, but I can't. But so I'm gonna play Liam Malseer, a half-elf bard.
Are you even a real Mainer?
Well, I'm living here, and no, because I don't really like Moxie, and I don't really like Lobster either. So,
How about that chowder?
I do like cheddar.
Cheddar is good.
And proper Italians, because nobody fucking knows how to make an Italian unless you're in Maine.
And last but not least, Rob.
Hi, I'm Rob, and I'm going to be playing Hamish Thorlifson, the pretty much misunderstandable Scottish dwarf sorcerer.
I love him.
Oh my
I totally thought you said Gotish and not Scottish.
Sure. So, today is our special one-shot soap opera episode. The events of today's episode are mostly canon, or the characters are mostly canon. The events are sort of canon. The timeline is barely canon. We'll kind of cherry pick and choose based on what sticks and is most fun. So,
And someone just died in the background.
That is my wife. She makes noise.
She's tuning in. Very good.
Absolutely. So, we set the scene today. Allow me to change the map because everyone's looking at the Roll20. We set the scene back at the home offices of Do Not Resuscitate, the private investigation group in the small town of Fairbay, who is bored. I'm going to remove Jamie from the little group here because Jamie's not there. Everyone's bored. It's been an amount of time since your last job. It's an indeterminate but undoubtedly boring amount of time. And it's roughly evening in the day. Everyone's sitting around the main little office area, and it's boring. What do you mean I turned off chat? Oh no, that's CJ.
Yes.
CJ's hosting
CJ.
the screen.
There.
CJ, turn
have a
off
chat.
chat, you shit.
I can see the chat, and I try my very best not to laugh out loud at the peanut gallery.
Yeah, I closed it so I could not lose my shit.
So, again, re-establishing, we are in the offices. Everybody is bored out of their mind. It's been way too long since your last job, and we will just kick things off right away. We enter Orin. A dwarf bursts in through the front door.
The offices of DNR.
As you enter through the front door, you see a little gnome who's filing her nails with her feet kicked up on the desk. She looks up. Who wants to know? She's a gnome. I might have said dwarf. I don't remember.
How dare you?
She's a gnome.
She is a gnome.
She's our glorious gnome.
She's the receptionist. She looks at this dwarf with contempt.
No, that's just her normal face.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Job. Heard
All
that
right,
this was where I needed to go.
Yeah, this is the place. What do you need?
It's a missing persons. It's very important. I need help.
All right.
We
And
are
she just-
not qualified to help you, sir.
She just nods back and goes back to filing her nails. Directly behind her, there is a door that leads to the greater offices.
You said, wait, what time of day it is? Is it?
It's evening
Where is-
time.
Evening time? Around supper time?
Around, yes.
Alright.
I presume Liam and Jeremy are doing their usual routine, cooking up a wonderful meal.
Yes. And it smells delicious.
Does it though?
It always smells delicious, Amy.
He is a chef. How dare you?
Yes.
So, the dwarf.
If you don't like it, the door is probably behind you. I don't know where you are.
There's always a door behind you.
Yeah.
There's a door behind you if you're determined enough, yes.
I think Oron would look around, and if he didn't see anyone else, he would kind of just look at her as he's heading towards that other door. Is that door open already?
Yes. So you pass
Okay.
through that door, and you enter into what looks to be a general all-purpose bar, meeting, kitchen area. And standing in the far back is a skeleton and a man cooking a meal. It smells wonderful, by the way. It's an incredible... I don't even know what they're cooking, but it smells great. What is he
I
cooking?
think
Oh, I don't know. Let's do like a carbonara or something. So
Man.
there'd be pasta. You'd have, it's probably pork belly and eggs and cheese, and it's delicious.
Fantastic. So,
And there's a dwarf sitting at a table with a giant stack of letters, which he appears to be writing out responses to.
Oh,
And
no.
beside the dwarf is probably like this pretty tall and beefy half-orc who's like every once in a while throwing in comments and suggestions for the responses to the letters. It's debatable whether or not she's being helpful. She has like a little mouse sitting on his shoulder, probably. Or no, Cheddar's
She
probably
is always helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of which, I do have a new letter for Hamish.
Ooh. Hamish is excited.
Allow me
Lovely
to
letter.
send you the letter. I was thinking we can get to this later, or we can get to it now. Since you said you were already working on it, we could do it now. But Oron walks in and sees this group of people. You see a half-orc sitting near a dwarf. The dwarf is working on a pile of letters, and there's the cooks in the back. And I believe Jacoba, the drow, was probably sulking somewhere.
Just head down on the bar, waiting for dinner to get done.
So Oron would walk in the door and kind of look around and say, I guess you're DNR.
Liam would probably shout over his shoulder, "I guess we are."
Hamish will look up and say, which one of us is D and which is R? I've never worked that out.
Okay, but which one's the N, Hamish? That's the real question.
Let's see, there's Hamish and V and Jacoba and Liam. We don't have a D, N, or R.
Unless it's Hamish D. Thorleifson.
No. Maybe we should be HVJJL.
Jeremy starts scratching his chin.
Too many letters. Too hard to say, Hamish.
I don't know. I think it just kind of rolls off the tongue.
You even pronounce it.
What was the question?
Who's the D, who's the N, and who's the R in DNR? Umbrid's a U, so that doesn't make any sense at all.
HVJJL. Like, what's the name of it pronounced? Is it just pronounced Hamish?
Yeah.
And
He never
everything's
talked
silent?
about how he spells it. He never talked about the spelling. It's fine.
That is true. That is true. That's how you spell Hamish, and everything is silent except the H.
Got a lot of those letters with lines through it.
Yeah.
It's got lots of dots and curly Q's in it.
There are a couple of umlauts at the end. They're not on top of anything. They're just at the end because they can be.
There's a couple floating dots. It descends into Braille somewhere.
Yeah.
So, the dwarf walks in, asks, "Who is this DNR?" And Hamish asks this very philosophical question.
Which spurs on a conversation that goes totally off the rails as per usual.
On brand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty typical. It's something important's about to happen, and then it gets immediately derailed with some off-topic conversation done in character.
Yeah.
Sounds about right, and everyone looks at them weird, except nobody's here except Oron, who probably is looking at them very weird.
Yeah, I think he's just looking back and forth between each person as they talk, trying to figure out who's in charge. And finally, he's going to walk over to the one person that hasn't said anything, which I think is Jeremy. And say, Are you in charge?
I mean, assuming you're okay with approaching a skeleton.
I mean, he is the highest ranking person here.
Yeah,
that is true.
That's not untrue. I don't even have a rank.
I'm not
So
the
long as
rank
Oron's
anymore,
not.
yes.
So long as Oron isn't weirded out by Jeremy being a skeleton. Oh, geez, my voice. I don't have any water.
Well, I think when he first got a good look at him, he'd probably jump up like, "Oh, wow, man, you need a cheeseburger."
You need to put on some weight.
I'm guessing since you're the quiet one, that makes you in charge. I've got a job, and it's got to get done. It's very important, and I'm in a pickle. I need your help.
Jeremy will grab the piece of paper, look at it, and then hand it to Hamish. Here you go. I think this is a job for you.
Oh, good. And he'll immediately...
Yeah, something being trapped in pickles is right up Hamish's alley.
All right.
Yeah.
So, the job, very simply, is that a party member of his, a fellow by the name of, oh, what was it? I had it written down. A fellow by the name of Nicholas has gone missing after following the advice of the Dear Hamish letters posted on the job board.
This does seem like a job for me to fix, because I may have caused the problem.
Hey, you know what? Job security there, Hamish. What does the letter say, buddy?
Dear Hamish. Have I got the right letter?
And I just sent it to you.
But is that the right letter?
What is it? Did you send him the right letter?
You can't remember which advice you gave it. Dear Hamish, I met a girl recently. She's funny and beautiful, and we pretty much hit it off right away. If this was any other girl, I would take my time, make my move, confident there'd be no problems. That seems like the right move. But there is a problem. She's my co-worker's ex. They kind of ditched her after a whole messed up situation of some kind. The details are unclear. And I think she could do much better. I'm pretty sure he's an alcoholic. Problem is, he's doing his best to win her back.
B, did you write this letter?
So what
Why
do I do?
would I write a letter to Hamish? I work with him. That seems silly.
Normally, I wouldn't view this guy as competition, but they have a history. I'm sure that I would be a better choice for her, but I'm worried that their past relationship will cloud her judgment. Should I hurry up my pursuits, or do I continue as normal and hope that she makes the right choice? Look forward to hearing your advice. Greenie.
Oh, Greenie again.
Yes. You know what?
Wait, V's written 2 letters in?
Wait, did we already cover this letter?
No.
I didn't think so.
Was there somebody else named Greenie?
I thought we had someone else named Greenie.
I don't think there was another Greenie.
There was a brown thumb.
And V did not write this letter. I don't know what you're talking about.
No. There's something that seems awfully familiar about this situation, but I can't quite put my thumb on it.
Try one of your other fingers.
Oh, right, okay. And he'll take his ring finger and poke the letter with it. Nope, can't put my ring finger on it either.
Okay,
All
but
right.
my question is, what does this letter have to do with this guy? And V's gonna point up at Oron.
And Oron's gonna look down and you'll see him, and he looks like he's thinking really hard, and he's gonna come back. Wait a minute. Are you Hamish? The Hamish from Dear Hamish?
Oh,
The one and only.
set something of his on fire, Hamish?
Puff up his chest and be like, "Aye, it's me."
This is amazing. I was trying to start a fan club for you in Whitehedge. I never thought I'd actually be in front of you, but you've got to help me. You're the whole reason Nicholas left. I followed your advice to the letter. And I don't know about this other letter, but it sounds like they need your help too.
Nicholas. You're gonna have to remind me. I answer a lot of mail.
And so he's going to reach into his pouch, and he's going to pull out the letter, and you actually can see that there's 2 different sets of writing on it. And he's like, "Well, no, I've got your letter right here. It says, Dear Oron Brownthumb, it seems to me that you have some unrequited feelings going on here, and if you just want to smash the elven spellcaster in the name of your god, then you need to let him know how you feel." And that's what I did.
Right.
And then what? Did he get smashed or did he leave?
He got really flustered, and I thought I was going to solve everything, because the whole problem was, it was this weird situation where it was him and Mila and Miri, and it was too much work to try and keep it straight. So I followed your advice. Next thing I know, I get up in the morning, he's gone. And all he's left is a couple of poems behind. And the girl said, no matter what, I have to fix this. and I didn't know where else to turn but to come to DNR. I didn't realize you actually work for DNR. This is amazing.
Oh, yeah. Dwarf's got to keep busy. Right. So you followed the advice. It didn't work out quite as I'd planned, and now you want to find Nicholas and what? Have the sort out the girls. How about we find Nicholas, sit down with the girls and Nicholas and yourself, and have a big group session and work out exactly what is going on and whether Nicholas should, sort things out with the girls or go off with you and smash stuff. And I'm sure there's a lot to talk out, and it sounds like that would be something that your group could use. Where are the girls, by the way?
Told me that if I don't come back with Nicholas, I shouldn't come back at all. So they're sitting at the bar getting drunk.
Right.
Smart girls.
Yeah, they sound like really, really intelligent girls.
And very attractive too.
Super attractive, especially that one named Miri. Sounds like a real. Sounds like a real winner.
Super competent, great. Really, the whole package.
You know what? Maybe she's too good for that, Nicholas.
I mean, it could be, but he's got just beautiful, beautiful hair, and he likes to remind us of it a lot. Well, he did.
It's hard to compete with beautiful hair.
Yeah.
So that sounds like we can do a bit of work in both camps right now. Then we can sort out some advice. I can work my Hamish magic, and first of all, we just have to go and find this Nicholas. So he disappeared overnight. Where was that?
Well, we were camping on the outskirts. We were getting ready to come in. It was a long ride in. So we're right outside of town.
Oh, so not far then. Although we've said that before. The last time I think we said not far, it took us like 2 days to get there in a hurricane, but...
Why is there always a hurricane when we're traveling, by the way?
Fireworks outside of my house, that's why.
No.
Yes, I see.
It all makes sense now.
Couldn't be clearer.
Yeah.
Double
Really
enlightenment.
not on the 2 crew, so... Worst luck in Theria, that bunch. Every time they get into a combat, hurricane comes along. I don't know what to tell you.
Gotta go further inland.
Yeah.
That must be it. We're too close to the coast. Screw it. Let's ditch Fairpay. Get out of here.
Yeah, and go live in the zombie-infested woods. It'll be great.
We'll move HVJJL offices.
We'll get a more central location so we could break out to other towns.
Though I suggest we don't go to Dern Hollow. That's just like my opinion. That's all I'm gonna say.
Why?
For no particular reason.
No particular reason. Just let's not go to Dern Hollow.
Is this the thing where like bad stuff will happen if we go to Dern Hollow? Do we need to make you a disguise? Can we make you a disguise for Dern Hollow?
Let's go to Dern Hollow and find out.
You really think you're gonna disguise me in Hollow?
I mean, I'm always up for a challenge.
All right, pull out your disguise kit.
You know, I did hear about this trick, though. If you go into Hollow, don't disguise yourself at all and just tell everyone that you're your own sister.
Oh, yeah.
The only problem is everybody in Hollow knows I'm an only child.
Long lost sister.
Boom.
Separated at birth, maybe.
Okay, we are getting off track again.
Yeah, business as usual.
So, Nicholas, outside of town, disappeared. So he's been gone for, what, a day?
Probably less than that, even.
He's been gone for like 25 minutes.
Couple hours-ish.
You know, give someone a head start of more than a couple of hours, and they could be, I don't know, in, well, Durnhollow by the time we catch up with them.
Can
Looks like
confirm
we're
it
going
takes
to Dirt
longer.
Hollow.
It takes longer than that to get to Dirt Hollow, guys.
Came here as fast
Well-
as I could.
All right, allow me to pull out my Adventurer's Guide to Theria Volume 1 Alara to look at the encounter tables for this region. Available now. And it's in the raffles for the charity.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And what charity is that, Ken?
Oh, it's the Extra Life charity for TheriaCon. We are currently at $4,081 of our goal of $5,000, and CJ here is going to get a tattoo if we reach $5,000.
Yep. I already got my head shaved. Now I'm waiting to.
If he gets the Bridge 4 tattoo, though, it has to be on his forehead. We know that, right?
No. Put it on his shoulder where the patch would normally go.
Yeah. Isn't that what Tef
Oh
did?
yes, because we want him to match a certain somebody in the series that we won't talk about.
Oh, there it is. Not Tef.
No, we all know who we hate.
I know who Amy's talking about.
Actually, you know what? On second thought, yes, CJ should get it there.
I feel like a lot of employers would frown upon, a tattoo on the forehead, especially one Shash.
I was going to say, especially sash tattoos, but that's besides the point. Okay, back on topic.
Now that we've lost all our listeners.
Yeah, all one of them. Only one person's even commented.
I mean, there's 12 people viewing the stream. There was 14 earlier, though, so I don't know what that says about everyone.
It was 11 when I last looked, so if anything, we're going up. At this rate, if we streamed for 8 straight hours, it might go up to 14. That'd be crazy.
Well, I'm one of the 12, so.
Me too.
I'm also one of the 12.
I am also one of the 12.
All right,
So
so
out
we
of those
really,
12, we only have like 7.
so pretty much Andy. Say hi, Andy.
Andy's officially our biggest fan.
Our own. Well, he's our biggest fan now because Mark's in the call.
Yeah.
And Dave's busy with his own game, so.
Yes, perfect. All right. So the party has been BSing for several minutes. Oren has given, Oren said that it's been a couple hours ish since Nicholas has gone missing, and so you could go on the actual job, or you could just hang out. And Oren's on his own.
Us do a job.
So what you'll notice is that as you're sitting here talking, Oron has kind of swiveled his way into a seat at the table, and he's just raptly watching the whole conversation go back and forth.
I mean, we got nothing else going on after supper, so might as well help this guy.
Well, I don't think Hamish ever actually gave like a response to the letter he got.
No, he didn't.
We have to get back to that later when we get back from this little job here. And I was looking. I have all of the letters saved, by the way. And no, we had no greenie previously. This is
Oh,
new.
we didn't?
Nope. I have got like one document that's all of the letters ever given. Not that
This
I've transcribed the
completely-
answers.
Anonymous letter is from a new anonymous person.
Yes, I should
Right.
really transcribe all of the answers so I can like craft a little tertiary story from it and see
Isn't that
where
what
that
we're
goes.
doing right now?
I mean, yes, for this one particular letter.
Mhm.
There was beeping outside. There was beeping outside. So, is everyone just gonna hang out and sit down and continue BSing while Oren sits down watching like a fangirl?
I'm gathering my stuff because we gotta go find Nicholas.
I imagine he's like
Supper.
got his head like his head rested in both hands.
I'm gonna make sure to collect both my sons for this journey.
Yes, of course. You have to gather Cheddar and Choppy, the
Of
sentient
course.
mouse and the sentient axe.
Yes. Exactly. How are my boys? How they doing?
They're doing fantastic. Cheddar's very happy
Awesome.
to go into his little special pouch, and Choppy is perfectly comfortable in the usual hilts that he always was in.
Yes, yes. He's just happy to be part of the team.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, all right. So, stepping outside, gathering all of your things, there is a bit of a commotion. Allow me to move the map over to Fairbay just for reference, which I assume Mark is looking at the stream so you can see the maps. They're mostly just for reference. So, there's a bit of a commotion that everyone can hear. And relative to DNR, it sounds kind of distant. But it's coming roughly from the plaza direction.
Commotion in the plaza, you say?
In that direction. DNR is kind of off the beaten path.
Why is there
That's right.
always commotion in the plaza?
Because
where
where else
everything
are you
is.
gonna create? Like, you need a big open space to create commotion.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not gonna make a scene in the market. It's too tight.
Or in like a random alleyway.
I mean, I feel like the cemetery is the best place for a commotion, but like that's just me.
It could be
Well.
the cemetery. That's basically the same direction as the plaza.
Funny you should say that.
Hey, turns out.
Turns out that's actually where the commotion is.
Wah, wah, wah.
So after waffling for a while after getting the job and after eating a lovely supper, which I assume Oron was included on.
Yes, obviously.
Obviously.
We're not just gonna eat in front of him like, oh my god, this is so good.
Yeah.
We're all
Well,
staring at him like unblinkingly as we eat.
yeah. We'll help you find your friend, but hang on.
Yeah.
Just making hard eye contact, like, yeah, your problems are important to us. Anyway. But after supper, important. So, heading past the plaza, it is now getting into nighttime. It's dusk-ish. There is a commotion, not a super loud commotion, but definitely a commotion in the cemetery. And in the cemetery, there is a gathering of a circle of a dozen or so young people that are all wearing capes.
Oh no.
And
No.
everyone recognizes this group from a previous encounter, actually where you first met Jimmy, which was fun.
Oh, okay.
Everyone is caught on immediately to what's happening.
No! I'm so sorry, guys. I forgot I had something planned today, and I just have to go. V immediately turns around and leaves the plaza.
And she's like, you know what? Never mind. We're going to Durn Hollow.
Yep. You know what? Durn Hollow was the best place for me. You're right, guys.
All right. So there is a circle of young adults all wearing capes in the middle of the cemetery, making some sort of noise. So is everyone just going to march up to this? Are you going to try and...
I see
like
no
a
reason for us to deal with this. We have
eavesdrop.
to find Nicholas.
No, Hamish is just going to go marching up to the first one and say, "Is your name Nicholas?"
And that first one is going to flinch at Hamish's sudden intrusion. People normally don't enter the cemetery of their own free will, much less bother this group. And this person goes, no? Are you looking for him?
Aye, are any of you Nicholas?
No, there's no Nicholas in this group. And the person, like, parts the group a little bit and points at the center of the circle and says, you think that might be him? And there's an elf man with beautiful, luxurious hair fainted on the ground with the back of his hand on his forehead. And standing over him are two more young adults in capes and Susie, also in a cape.
What?
What is happening?
Oh no, I know what's happening.
Oh no.
Do you?
I do. I know exactly what's happening, Ken.
So which one of us has amnesia?
And so, well, Hamish will look over to their new friend and be like, "Is that Nicholas?"
And they just shrug. they walked in frantic and then they passed out, and now we're worried if he's okay.
Okay, hang on a minute. And he's going to turn back and call out to the rest of them. He's going to be like, Oren, is this your friend?
Oron will come up. Oh, yes. I guess I should have looked a little harder for him, but I had no idea where he went. How did you find him so quickly? You really are as smart as you are in your letters.
It's just, instinct, really.
No, it's that superior dwarven breeding. That's what it is.
Well, that does help.
Yes, superior dwarven breathing does help. Okay. Well, Liam's going. Pretty sure I'm trained in medicine. No, I'm not. But Liam's gonna see if he is like dead or just unconscious.
Yes, feel free.
He's dead.
4. Yeah, you don't see any motion. You don't see any breathing.
I poke
You
him with a stick. He doesn't move.
He conveniently died in a dramatic fainting pose. So if you start poking at him, the two people, the two people, not including Susie, in the middle of the group are a human man and a human woman. And if Liam starts to like poke at this elf guy, like the man will be like, I say man, he's 17. the boy will go, hey, no, don't do that. You don't know what condition he's in. You don't want to move him.
Hey, listen, this is a really good way to find out if someone is dead or unconscious, and he is clearly one of those two.
Oh, but what if he's injured? You don't want to make things worse.
That is very true. I'll give you that one. Do you have any idea what you're doing?
Well, not about this specifically, no, but I know many things.
Neither do I, so we're in the same boat here, and I feel like what I'm doing is safe.
Yeah, well, no.
Oron's going to walk up and kneel down next to Nicholas and just cradle his head. Say, Nicholas, I never meant for you to have this happen to you. I was just trying to follow the best advice I had.
And everyone's just gonna like look awkwardly around. And one of the circle is going to like elbow the man in the middle. Hey man, like, dude, they're like in our little space. We should. What's going on? And the man will go. Who are you anyway?
Who are you guys? We saw Susie, right?
So the moment you say, "Who are you guys?" the man will billow out his cape and say, "I'm so glad you asked."
Oh no, I'm not. I immediately regret asking this question. I saw the cape billow, and you know what? I don't want to know anymore.
And on the insides of his cape, you see the M that you saw etched in graffiti on the tombstone so long ago. So long ago in our human time. In game, it was like maybe a month. So that you see the curly Q fancy M says, "We are the blazing doom of the void. We serve and follow the teachings."
Okay, V wants to punch him in the face.
Please do.
V just really, like, the minute that name leaves his mouth, she's just gonna knock him in the face.
Just pop him right in the face.
Deadpan, expressionless, like, no.
Yeah. So he's clearly ready, like revving up to go into this whole spiel, and then she just pops him right in the nose. He's like, "Ow! Oh! Ah! Ow! Why? What the hell?"
I don't even know. Just something about your face is really punchable.
He's pinching his nose and tilting his head back. Oh God! Oh, why would you do that? I was just, damn it! I was really feeling it with that one too.
Yeah. Listen, somebody gets revved up for a dramatic speech I don't care about, I'm gonna pop him in the face. Ask
can say
these
that.
guys, and she's gonna point back at like Liam and Jacopa.
Oh yeah. No, definitely, totally, 100% true. Also, don't ask her to punch you in the face.
I'll hit
No.
you harder.
Do that.
And then Susie will step up to V and be like, wait, well, that was rude. He was about to go into his speech, and his speeches are pretty great.
I'm sorry, Susie. Since when did you wander around with these guys, though?
And she goes, whoa. My name's not Susie. I don't know what you're talking about.
What do you mean your name's not Susie? We've... And she's gonna look back at the group like, am I like, you're Susiana?
And Susie billows out her cape in the exact same fashion as the previous person. She goes, my name is Panic Stormchapel. It is the name given to me by my friends here.
All right, so you're Panic Stormchapel and Mr. Doom of the Void over here.
No, that's the name of the group. You didn't even let him introduce himself.
Don't start again.
His name is Gloom Blackstrand.
Right. Okay. All right, so Susie, I'm just going to call you Susie because...
No.
And Mr. Blackfoot over here. I'm Hamish, the famous Ask Hamish of HVJJL. And she'll stick out a hand.
And she'll scratch her head a little bit. Okay. Hi. Shakes hands.
Okay, but this is weird because we've already met.
No, I don't.
Does nobody else realize this? Am I alone here?
No, and that's why I'm calling her Susie, because I can't remember two names for the same person. It's too much.
I can't remember one name for the same person most of the time, so I'm right there with you, Hamish. I think something might have happened to Susiana, and it affected her memory.
Oh, it's probably a head wound.
Or it's a twin, but like, whatever. I'm not going to say that out loud.
Or it's both.
Oh my gosh, it's a twin with amnesia.
Hamish is going to turn around to V and be like, if she's a head wound, you didn't punch her in the face, did you?
No, I did not punch Susiana in the face. I would not. Because we are friends.
I don't know. You like punching
that
people in
doesn't
the
save you
face.
from getting punched in the face.
Yeah, but you did ask.
Yes, but I would not punch Susiana in the face.
What about if Susiana asked to be punched in the face and you'll turn back and be like, do you want to be punched in the face?
No, thanks. I'll pass.
She's really good at it.
She is. I can vouch for that one.
I bore witness, and it was incredible.
Oh, hey, wait. Does the guy that you punched in the face have his memories still?
Hey, you still remember anything?
And he's still pinching his nose. Yeah, I remember everything. Why?
Yeah, so I don't think I'm punching hard enough to knock memories out of people's heads. Also, like,
you should work on that. And
Yeah.
Well, there's an easy way to find out. What was the next line of your speech?
No, don't do it, bud. Don't do it.
When she mean mugs him, he like immediately deflates. Like, it didn't matter that much anyway. It's fine.
See, he's got head injuries forgotten already.
Hamish has got a good point.
What? Okay, what was the next line of your speech, and only the next line?
And he looks nervously between Hamish and V.
she won't hit you this time.
He'll take a step and behind the woman that was with him and is like handed him a little handkerchief. And she goes, "We follow the teachings of Malchus Grimness." And she's like super not interested. "We follow the teachings of Malchus Grimness, and he has taught from the signing of the treaty to the extermination of the Warforged. Malchus has taught us by example that not only governmental powers are wrong, but they should be thwarted and they're evil for their greater good."
Hamish stamps on his foot.
On the guy's foot?
Yeah, he's going to like stamp on his foot. And he's going to be like, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I don't know why I had the sudden urge to do that.
And he goes, I wasn't even the one talking.
V looks very proud.
So he takes a couple steps back and he goes to sit down, he leans against a headstone somewhere, and he's holding the handkerchief. It's slowly gaining red. And Susie goes, well, that was uncalled for. I mean, yeah, she didn't give as good of a speech as he normally does, but he's got a gift, he's got a gift for giving speech. His oratory skills are unmatched. And Panic Stormchapel, or no, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, her name, Desire Fallenbridge. She's she's not as strong an orator as she's more there for support for Gloom, Mr. Blackstrand. I have to say, I delight in everyone's sounds of disgust. This is fantastic. This is exactly what I was going for.
So bad. I hate every part of this so much.
It's perfect. Working as intended. You're like, oh, suddenly a bunch of teenagers just disappeared overnight, and no one knows what happened to them, and no one.
The bloodstains in the cemetery? Don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, nobody particularly cared either.
No. Hey, Choppy, time to put you to work.
Oh.
Oh gosh. Okay. I don't even remember why we're here now, and
the fainted person is why we're here,
right?
Which is what we were commissioned to do.
And we did it. We found him.
We
Hooray!
found him, Lauren. Now what?
I mean, your job was to find him. He's been found, but Susie doesn't recognize you.
Right. Okay. You all, and she's going to gesture to the Cape weirdos. Have a good day. Susie, you should come with us. We're going to find a healer and figure out what's going on with your head.
Sure. And she looks over to the group. I'll see you tomorrow night, guys. And they all. She's met by a murmur of yeah, okay, later. See you later, Panic.
Oh my God. That's in character. That's just
I will have you know, by the way, all of these names are straight up taken from tiefling name generators. This is just what their names are.
Wow.
What the hell?
So extra.
What the hell? Okay, so I guess they start walking away, and as they do, V's gonna turn to Susie and be like, "Okay, so what's the last thing you remember, Susie?"
Well, so I woke up a couple days ago, right? And so I was in this tavern, and I guess people recognized me there. But I didn't know them, so I wandered around for a little bit, and then the Blazing Doom of the Void took me in, and they gave me a new name, and they've been super nice.
Right. Okay. Woke up in tavern, didn't remember anything. That would probably be...
Honorable Pillow.
The Honorable Pillow. Okay. And then she's gonna stop and look at the rest of the group. Wait, have we even met a doctor in town before? Or a cleric, I mean? Yes, we've met clerics. I'm dumb. We're leaving the place with the clerics. Oh my God.
You're at the temple. The most likely place to find a healer.
We can do a lap around the building if you need to get your bearings there.
Well, none of you wanted to correct me?
Maybe V's the one with amnesia. You walk around the block and then you find the temple and go, hey, look, a temple.
Okay, Grandma, it's time for your medicine.
She's walking. I imagine they start.
Maybe she's searching through his back.
To see if you happen to have a cleric in there because he just wasn't sure.
I mean, I mean, I was almost thinking that you were gonna like pull out a piton and suggest that like maybe a lobotomy would help.
So, so what I imagine happens is like she starts marching her away from the cemetery because she's just so eager to get away from those assholes.
And we're all just
Stops and is like, "Oh my god, I'm dumb," and then turns her back around and starts heading for the temple.
I'll give that one to me. And I bet like Liam would at least be like standing there like with his arms crossed, kind of waiting for her to like register what she's doing. I'm like, I'll just give this a second, hold on.
Yeah, and so she turns back around and she sees that, she's gonna scowl at him and be like, "That's the kind of face that gets punched, Liam."
So, in all of this, is Oron also bringing Nicholas into the temple?
Yeah, I think Oron would be helping him up and into the temple. You know, carrying him in gingerly.
Yes, he's definitely alive, but he is unconscious. So, entering the temple with party Oron, Nicholas, and Susie. So you enter the temple. How distraught is V over this?
I mean, I don't know that she's distraught necessarily. Like, she's probably just more annoyed right now at the blazing bloom of the Bloid, whatever.
The blue blazes.
The blue blazes over there.
Fucking youngins.
Blazing bloom of Lloyd. Who's Lloyd?
Oh god, I don't even know anymore. So, she's not super distraught, but she is like looking around for a cleric, like, let's get this fixed because like we're on a good track, and like I don't want that track to be knocked off its track because so much work has gone into this relationship so far.
We gotta fix this.
Yes.
All right.
So you find a cleric, and
Find a cleric.
so you find a cleric, and the cleric steps up and says, and basically immediately recognizes that Nicholas is not in good shape. He's all limp and unconscious. So, they'll immediately
says he's limp and unconscious.
I know, right? So they run over, and you see them do a couple diagnostic checks, open his eye, cast a little light spell towards it, and the cleric turns to Oron and goes, "I think he's fine. He didn't hit his head. I think he just fainted."
Him at all. He must have been under a great deal of stress. This is all my fault. But that's not like Nicholas at all. He's a tough soul.
Well, make sure he gets plenty of rest, and once he's in a safe place, give him this. And she hands Oron a little vial of smelling salts. Like they should wake him right up, but if you do that now while he's standing, he might fall over and actually hurt himself.
Well, we can't have that. So I appreciate your time and your help. This means a great deal to me.
And she gives a little bow and says, "All right. So, if that'll be all." She looks over to the party. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Yes. My friend Susie here seems to have lost her memory a couple of days ago, and nobody knows why or how, and we would really love if you could, like, fix that.
Oh, well, that's no good. Usually that comes about from, like, a head injury or a concussion or something. So, all right, well, miss, if you would please come lay down, and there's, like, a little examining bench there, and Susie's like, yeah, sure, whatever. She shrugs. She goes lay down, and the cleric waves her hands around, and her hands glow with a spell. And as soon as the glow winks out, she flinches and goes, "Oh no, this is terrible."
Everything okay?
What is it?
I mean, obviously not, because you're saying terrible, and I don't love the use of the word terrible right now.
And she looks at Susie, and she looks at the party, and she nods to, like, go to the next room over. She says, follow me. And she walks over.
We'll be right back, Susie. Follow the cleric.
Susie starts to look a little panicked. Okay. And the cleric will, like, be looking at the floor. Says, I don't know how to say this, but she has brain worms.
What?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Done.
What?
Done.
Dun dun dun. Psh, lightning. So,
You know, right?
so the clerk says brain worms. They're a deadly parasite. I have no idea how in the world she got it, but that's like it'll affect the brain function. It's incredible that she's walking around at all, but she can't have more than a couple days to live.
Okay, well, what's like the cure?
It requires some like ultra rare ingredients that we don't have. I doubt anywhere in town.
Okay, so obviously we need to introduce ourselves because you have not recognized us on site. We are HVJJL, formerly known as DNR. This is kind of our
And-
shtick. We find people, we do things, we take jobs. So if you give us that list of ingredients, we'll go find the ingredients. You can cure Susie, and we can all be on our happy-go-lucky way.
Well, I'm sorry to say that like the ingredients aren't that easy to find.
Oh,
This
that's
is-
all right. That's what we thought about Nicholas, and we found him in record time. We're good at finding things.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a point there.
Well, I'm sorry to say that like the ingredients are needed are from like the other side of the continent. You couldn't get there and back in 2 days unless you could teleport hundreds, thousands of miles.
Guys, I'm starting to feel punchy.
Don't punch the doctor.
Yeah, don't punch the doctor.
Just gonna turn around and sock Jacoba in the arm.
Just cleans him out. You're not a doctor! Come on!
Or like in the first Avengers, just Hulk punching Thor out of shot.
Yeah.
Oron looks up. Wow, she's a feisty one. I like her.
Go for it.
The only other option is a very high level healing spell, and none of us here are capable of it. So, unless you have herbs that are native to near Camp Icebreaker, or you know a cleric who's capable of very high level healing magic, I don't think there's anything we can do.
Well, clearly, we need to scour the town for that mysterious high-level cleric that we didn't know was here.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds like our top priority right now.
Wait. What happened to... You know what my memory's like? Didn't we have, like, some, high-level zombie clerics wandering about before?
I think we killed them all, Hamish.
Oh, yeah.
That was a different timeline.
Well, that was this timeline. Just when that happened is a little hazy. Also,
Yeah.
Hamish was the one who killed them.
Yes.
In an episode that is not yet edited or out. And I need to fix that.
Hey!
I need to go on editing.
Spoiler!
I need to go on and
Spoiler
See how
alert.
this turns out. See how this happens.
I need to go on an editing marathon.
They call that a flashback.
Yeah, flashback. Wait, didn't we know some clerics? Yeah, Hamish, you killed them. That's a very soap opera flashback, to be honest.
He kind of looks off into the distance, and his vision goes kind of wavy, and
Doodly-doo, doodly.
I believe you need to come back and say something completely random, a la Scrubs.
Yes.
Rosebud.
Alright. So where are we gonna find... We gotta find some herbs from way off north, or a cleric, in 2 days. Well, I think let's get a crack-a-laggin, because we ain't got time to waste.
We gotta
Everyone.
choppity chop.
For kicks, everyone may roll an investigation check.
Oh, you know how good I am at those, Ken. You know
Look.
those are really my specialty, huh?
Bring it, B.
Wow.
I crit on the second one.
Good Lord.
I actually have a good investigation skill, but not when I roll in that one.
Jacoba with the double digits.
I mean, that's
Oh no,
impressive.
Jacoba's our only hope.
Jacoba is your only hope. And guess what he finds?
All the herbs.
All the herbs.
He finds Susie.
What?
I'm sorry, what?
Exactly.
She's standing right here, though.
Yeah, she was okay. That's not impressive. She was in the next room over.
Here's the thing. She's laying down on the bed in the temple, and he steps out. And after a couple hours of asking around for a cleric, he sees Susie in the plaza, just wandering around, minding her own business.
Like the normal Susie that we know.
Yeah, she's not wearing a cape.
Not Capey McWeirdo.
Is Hamish with him?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Are all of us with him? Or are we all like?
I mean,
searching?
considering everybody failed at their investigation, I think everyone's plan was, Jacoba looks like he knows what he's doing. Let's follow him.
Okay. Jacoba looks like he's got this.
Big
He's the only one who
mistake.
confidently. He's the only one who confidently walked in any direction and like, wow, I think he knows something. Let's go.
Yeah.
Nobody fucking bothered.
In reality, he was just headed to the bar.
Like out of habit.
Yeah.
So I guess Hamish is going to walk up to her and be like, "You're cured! 2 jobs in one day, that's going to be a record for us."
She looks confused. Cured of what?
Okay, so you do remember us now.
I mean, yeah, of course. Wait, hold on. What's going on? Is this more your weird bullshit?
No.
Maybe.
Well, actually,
Probably.
this is pretty on par for us.
We thought actually this was kind of your weird bullshit. Okay.
Liam is going to grab Susiana and head into the temple.
Wait, if I said the name Panic, does that mean anything to you?
Panic Storm Chapel. I wrote it down.
Oh, thank you. Panic Storm Chapel. And she's kind of glaring at Liam as she says it.
I live for those sounds of disgust. It's so good. And she just shakes her head. No, what is that like a new music something?
No.
No, apparently it's a new you.
Yeah.
New me, like a makeover? I don't understand.
No.
No,
well,
it's
if
literally you.
You know
Yeah,
what?
only
Liam
not
had
you.
Let's just go to the temple.
This
And
would be
be like,
easier to show than
temple.
explain.
Okay, Hamish will kind of tug on her sleeve and be like, "I think you looked good in the cape, though."
And she looks down at herself like, I mean, I've never worn a cape. You think I'd look good in a cape?
You look
I
good in
would
the cape.
request that. I mean, you could look good in anything, but I would request you don't put on a cape, please.
And she'll smile at V. I wasn't really thinking about it, but okay, yeah, sure, that's fine. Wait, okay, I still don't understand what's going on. You guys all look kind of freaked out.
Yeah.
Yes, come with us to the temple, and everything will be a whole lot more confusing and clear.
Everyone talks all at once. Okay, sure, temple. That's what I heard. And she kind of lets everyone lead her to the temple.
And I mean, I imagine that they lead her into the room with Panic
for sure.
Storm Chapel.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Panic Storm Chapel is laying down on the examination table exactly where you left her. And Susie walks in, and she freezes with her mouth open. She's in shock. What?
Hamish looks between the two of them and looks over to his friends and says, "Hey, you got one each." I don't know why I
There
said
you go.
that.
One each.
I'm sorry, what does that mean, Hamish? I do not know what you are talking about.
Me either. That was just... I maybe I'm got a head injury too.
I didn't even punch you.
No. Probably best not, though.
No.
I feel like he's a hairline away from either complete catatosis or like normalcy, and I don't know which is worse.
She punches Hamish, she becomes a 17th level wizard and just...
like the
Complete
former.
savant in magic.
He's like the former archmage of Human Euro until
Yeah.
he like hit his head once and then set a library on fire and he got chased out. Maybe on the sequel.
Yeah, sequel.
Maybe next year.
So Hamish says one for each of you, and then immediately pretends he doesn't know what he's talking about. And Susie looks at the party, looks at V, looks at Jacoba, looks at
Don't
Panic
say
Storm
it,
Chapel?
Kristen. Don't say it.
at her twin, evidently, and she's a bit speechless at first, and then she looks at the party. She's looking back and forth, right? It's like, what is happening? What is happening? And then she looks at the twin and goes, "This isn't right. Who is that?"
Well, apparently it's not you. So we have no idea. Well, I have no idea. Turns
Honestly,
out
yeah.
you might have a sister? Question mark?
And Susie goes, I feel like my parents would have told me, but I don't know. And she walks over to her twin, who's just kind of laying still, and she's looking at Susie, but there hasn't been much movement from her. And like she gets close to like touch her forehead, and as soon as she gets within arm's reach, the twin bursts into motion and like tackles Susie to the ground, and the cape
Oh,
comes
hey.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, no, that's not happening. Oh.
off.
I mean, because I imagine V's kind of like hovering, because this is real weird. I would like to attempt to not let Susie be tackled by Brainworm Lady.
Liam would probably assist in that situation as well.
Let's roll a contested athletics, and I'll just use Susie's character sheet because I suppose they're functionally identical.
Whoa, hey, just because they're twins does not mean they're the same person, sir.
You're right. The twin should have expertise in athletics. You're right.
Nope, that's not what I was getting at. She's obviously inferior to Susie, is what I'm getting at.
I mean, interpersonally, sure. Physically, maybe not. All right. Well, since you have the help action, let's do this. Contested athletics. Oh dear.
How's a 22, Ken?
Versus a 4?
Versus
Yeah.
Can we just say she's standing right next to Susie, and the minute that fake Susie makes the launch for her, she just grabs the back of her shirt and like tosses her back onto the bed. I don't want to like be too violent, and steps in between the two of them, I suppose.
and twin Susie is growling and scratching at V's arm, and
hey, let's not start doing that. This is how I get punchy.
Roll a perception check.
Perception?
It's not high.
Oh, but.
Of course, now I've put that energy out into the universe, and so that's how that goes.
Okay, not bad.
16. It wasn't high. You didn't have to. Basically, just not roll a 1 on that one. So you, as twin Susie is scratching and growling, her face changes, and not an expression. Like it's actually changing and rippling. And I suppose anyone in the room can roll a nature. Nature is the one I'm looking for.
Nature. Ooh, that's another one of the good ones.
Liam knows what it is.
Liam knows everything there is to know about doppelgangers.
Mm-hmm.
So
how's a 3? Does a 3 tell me anything?
You're pretty sure it's still Susie.
Oh.
It's just the brain worms, maybe. You don't know how those work.
Not the brain worms.
Which is a
worms.
terminal disease. No. Liam, with his incredible crits, he knows everything there is to know about doppelgangers. Doppelgangers are creatures who can shapeshift and transform to look like anybody that they want. They're intelligent, they tend to eat people, and the only thing you don't know is why it chose the form of Susie, especially since Susie is around. But it is caught. It's been made. The jig is up. It is now an animal desperately trying to escape.
Well, Liam Liam would like to know what Madame Doppelganger is doing here, and so I think
If you
he
keep
would.
scratching my arm, I'm gonna punch you in the face with the other arm.
Well, it's not listening.
Okay, I would like to punch it in the
Oh.
face, please, with the other arm.
Oh, it's not really listening.
Yeah.
Hold on. I think I have a thing for that. Do I have that? I do. How do I use that?
I don't know what you're trying for.
I am looking up the rhymes that I have for my spell.
Oh, yes, of course.
And I don't think there is one. Yeah. So Liam is going to put his hand onto the doppelganger's shoulder. And he is going to say, I suggest you tell us what you're doing here, ma'am. And he is going to cast Suggestion.
Ooh. Let's see.
Hopefully they can be charmed.
No, it definitely can. I'm just double checking what its bonus is for that. Oh, yeah. It doesn't matter
Well,
what
I
its
don't
bonus
think it's
is.
going to matter.
Doesn't matter what its bonus is. It's not. No.
Is this
it's not,
bonus a plus 13?
Definitely not. So.
Hold on. Before you continue on. Did I get that in this campaign? I thought I had comprehend languages. It appears that I do not. So let's hope this doppelganger speaks some language that I speak.
It definitely speaks common, and
Excellent.
it says in a kind of raspy voice because V is holding it by the throat. Goes, to feed.
That was obvious. On Susiana.
No.
Good answer.
Smart answer. Then, to whom are you trying to feed on?
Was those kids? Now, don't know.
Oh,
I
well,
mean-
we should have just let you feed on the kids.
Right? I feel like we did the wrong thing bringing her with
You
us.
saved their lives.
We
How
are monsters
dare you,
for
kid!
it. No.
Listen, what if we just let her go back to the kids? We can pretend nothing happened.
Well, because then eventually she's going to start going for people that aren't the kids and might be someone like that could be problematic.
Yeah.
Also, plausible deniability here. We
Yeah.
kind of know what's going on. How did you? Why? How did you get here?
Snuck in.
I should have known that one. Surprise! Doppelgangers sneak places.
What?
No. Surely not.
I am serious and stop calling me Shirley. That's
a good line. I love that line.
I did too.
I need to rewatch those movies.
I know, right? I mean, it's weird that a doppelganger is just in town, guys. I'm just gonna say that right now. If anybody else has anything that might be useful for information to ask, help, please.
I'm not usually very good at the coming up with questions. I'm better at this part, and she'll kind of just shake the hand that's holding
shake
the
it a little bit.
Yeah.
Makes a little noise.
The only thing I can come up with right now is who does number 2 work for. So who sent you?
It looks confused. What?
Who sent you into the town?
Nobody?
You just decided to come into town?
Yeah, hungry.
I'm assuming with Liam's role, he would know that doppelgangers eat people.
Yes, absolutely.
All right.
They tend to take the forms of people and then lure people into dark corners and ambush them and eat them. They're relatively intelligent, not super intelligent, but average human intelligent, and that's what they do. And also they're a little bit psychic. They can read thoughts.
Oh.
This is very concerning. There shouldn't be doppelgangers in town. We may want to inform the authorities here in this temple that we have a doppelganger.
Oh yes, they will be so thrilled with us to be bringing another problem to your attention.
Yeah, well, if said doppelganger decides to take the form of one of the clerics, that would be really bad.
I mean, it's gonna be. I could just not let it go.
And for how long are you able to hold on to its neck?
Mm-hmm.
Let's not
A
test
while.
that theory.
A
Maybe.
while.
I feel like the worst person to tell would be Tuesday. She'd start an inquisition.
Worst case scenario, we'd get a Wednesday to team up with her, and I don't want that.
Like her sister from Brightport is Wednesday, and she's actually competent.
The doppelganger just takes over a copy of Tuesday and calls herself Wednesday. I'm not sure what to do with doppelganger.
Hamish, did you bring some rope in your bag?
You guys are supposed to be the planners of this group.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking Hamish if he brought rope in his bag. I'm making a plan.
Rope. Let's see. Small knife, bottle of ink, crowbar, breastplate, water skin, brewing supplies, rare and special herbs. 50-foot rope. Here you go.
Rare and special herbs. Are you saying you had the herbs we needed the whole time? It doesn't.
Well, those special herbs wouldn't have done anything because the doppelganger wouldn't be able to remember the things because she wouldn't have known them. They wouldn't have known them.
Yeah, but we still need to get the brainworms out.
Do we though? It might be best to let nature take its course right now.
I don't think it has brainworms.
Oh, sorry, you're right. It's Susie that has brainworms. How's your brainworms, Susie?
Susie doesn't have brainworms, Hamish. She's gonna take the rope and tie up the doppelganger.
Susie's looking really disturbed, very uncomfortable with this whole thing. She's like, no, I don't have fucking brainworms. You guys have this under control. I'm gonna leave. And
hey, I'm sorry for dragging you into this, Susie.
And she'll like put a hand on V's cheeks. Says, it's okay. You couldn't have known. And she'll leave. Looking a little green, to be honest.
She doesn't look too well. We should probably get those herbs.
Oh gosh. V's just gonna continue tying up the doppelganger. Can you like change your face?
It looks at Liam.
Oh crap!
Can you ask it to change its face, please, Liam? I think it's in love with you. Let's like.
Well, Mr. Doppelganger, you might want to change your face before you get punched.
It changes into Jamie.
Better. And she's just gonna start.
No, that is not better.
I mean, it doesn't disturb me nearly as much, so yes, it's better. I don't want to punch it in the face anymore.
I kind of don't know how I feel about my brother's face on a woman's body.
So his very manly square jaw.
I mean, it's a nice body, but whatever. Anyways, that's not the point.
Stop getting distracted, Pete.
I mean, it could change that too. You asked to change face.
Yeah, no, I don't want to make anything worse than it already is. I think Liam would just kind of leave the room to go find like a cleric of the temple to let him know that they have a doppelganger, and that said doppelganger is currently being restrained.
And not the doppelganger, the cleric will be very panicked at this and concerned. Like, what?
Rightfully
What?
so. Yeah. Don't know why, but they're hungry, and there's a doppelganger.
Well, that's very not good.
That's what I said.
Not 100% sure what we're going to do about that, but we do need to do something about that. We'll get right on that.
Okay. And he's going to turn around and head back to the room.
Fantastic.
Yep. And probably have like some form of strange visceral reaction to seeing Jamie's face on a woman's body.
Yeah, a little uncomfortable for sure, to say the least. Alrighty. So, what was your plan? You got the doppelganger tied up. Are you going to take it just straight back to the office for imprisonment, interrogation, execution? What's the plan?
I mean, we could interrogate it.
I mean, you could try.
Yeah, but it doesn't
like
appear. Go for it.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I feel like, I mean, it's pretty self-obvious. It was hungry, came into town, chose a face, was trying to eat people. We stopped it. Problem solved, right?
Yeah. I'm a little concerned as to like why there is a doppelganger coming into town.
I mean, with your crits, you know pretty well that like this kind of thing isn't super uncommon. It doesn't happen all the time, but like doppelgangers are known to come into towns. The only thing weird about this is that it's such a small town, so not a common target. And they're also solitary creatures generally. So
yeah,
not likely there's like a whole cabal of them planning to take over the town. It's like this one was hungry, came into town, found a target, went from there.
All right. Random act in the world.
Yeah. It happens.
Most things do happen.
Hamish has an idea for a t-shirt now. Doppelgangers happen.
Doppelgangers happen.
Add it to the list.
Yeah. Maybe once we, get some form of following and popularity, we'll start doing t-shirts.
Yeah, maybe. We'll just have to keep a list. And then we'll just make obscure old Arc 1 references. Hey, remember in episode 2 that no one listens to? That'll be great.
Yeah.
I almost feel that way about the Twisted Knife shirt. Like, what percentage of the listenership actually understands the reference to Twisted Knife?
It took me a while.
Or even like one of the bigger ones, like Bailey Basic Attack.
Yeah, right? It's like, I mean, I've been listening since Arc 1, but I understand that the vast majority, I'm in the minority on that. I'm an old-timer in the group.
Yeah, fucking old.
So, you said you could interrogate. Are you just going to try and dispose of the doppelganger? Are you going to imprison it, and then the doppelganger will just be another pet that you add to your collection?
I don't really want a pet doppelganger. They're not exactly friendly.
It kind of messed up its chances at being a pet by like taking Susie's face.
That's fair.
And also,
I don't know.
trying to
Jacob
murder
telling me
Susie.
no pet now, and I kind of wanted his pet.
No, we're not keeping the doppelganger.
Okay, but what if I promise to feed it and take care of it?
What do they eat?
I don't know. Can they eat animals? Does it have to be people?
I mean,
It pretty much has to be people.
No, it can eat animals. It's just
Oh.
its natural adaptations are.
Wait, would V know this?
No.
So Liam is going to say they pretty much eat people.
Hey, can you eat animals?
It looks at Liam.
Oh my god. Do you want to eat him? Is that why you keep looking at him?
Yes, I would like to eat him.
I'll feed you to him. There you go. Done. Doppelganger pet fed.
What? We're not.
What? You guys get Jeremy.
Yeah, and you have Cheddar and Choppy already. You've got twice as much as we do.
It's not my fault that things like me better.
Things like you better. You gave them sentience.
Yeah, you kind of forced that upon them.
Oh, gosh.
No,
We don't have to get into this debate again.
That's an interesting ethical discussion. Is it ethical for V to be their primary caretaker when she granted them sentience in the first place?
I feel like the ethics question there would be if she didn't want to be their primary caretaker, because I feel like she is obligated to.
But did she? Did they really have a choice?
I mean, we can ask them if they don't want me to be their primary caretaker.
You don't really get to choose your parents, and so I don't see how this is that much different from that.
Fair enough. We need philosophers in the chat.
Yeah. Hey,
all
let's
right.
Go.
So, I feel like we're still not closer to a resolution. V wants a pet, and Liam is absolutely
only because Jacoba told me I'm not allowed to have a pet.
And you're all down to do the opposite.
No, we can't
I will
get
slit its
another
throat
dog.
in its sleep. Try me.
Maybe I'll feed you to maybe it'll slit your throat.
Okay. I'm down for that. Just bring it on.
Untie it. Roll for initiative.
Listen, I feel like we could have a doppelganger Jacoba, and it would be like. I mean, CJ would get to play the same character. It would be fun.
Except now you get to shape change.
We could, in fact, have two Susianas.
What makes you think I'm not already a doppelganger?
That's not a debate I want to get into. That's an ethics question right there.
Well, except this Susie would eat people, so...
Yeah. Jacoba can have this one.
Jacoba can have the evil Susiana. Well, Liam's vote is to... I mean, he's inclined to cast it off until it not come back.
Sure.
But people somewhere else?
Hold on, let me find the butterfly again.
Yeah.
Making a hot comeback.
Look to Dunhollow.
But at the moment, he's kind of disinclined to say, let's murder the thing with my brother's face.
I mean, that's fair.
So, there's that.
What are you remembering, CJ?
Yeah, you know what? I think this might be something where it's best we just turn them over to the town guard and let them handle things.
Fine, yeah. But if it gets out...
well, here's the thing. It's probably not getting out. When he says, handle things with verbal air quotes, that's accurate.
They're probably just going to murder it.
Yeah.
For sure. So either you can execute it here and now, but you have to deal with the mess, or you can turn it into the guards, and they'll take it outside of town, and they'll murder it.
You know what? I feel like finding things is in our purview, and murdering things is not so much. So
we have also done quite a bit of murdering of things, though.
We have dealt with problems, and this is not a problem we are getting paid to deal with.
That is true. You weren't paid to deal with the problem. So is that the ultimate resolution to this? Is you take it to the guards take care of it.
I believe that is V's. She's also hesitant to murder something that was wearing Susiana's face.
Oh, and still wearing her body,
Yes.
And still wearing her body, yes.
but not her face, which is weird.
I'm still wearing her cape.
No, the cape fell off in the scuffle.
Good.
Oh no.
So-
Well, then Hamish gathered it up and has got it in his pack.
So now he has a cape with like an embroidered M on it.
Yep.
Excellent.
Fantastic. Add it to your inventory. That's canon.
We'll be using that later on.
Assuming he remembers.
I get 3 months down the line and decide to start wearing it, probably.
Yeah,
No.
just, you know what? I'm feeling like this is a snazzy fashion choice.
V will burn it as it is still on Hamish's back.
Hamish may do that on accident on his own.
No capes.
All right. So, I suppose the only thing left to do in this super special one shot is for Hamish to actually respond to the letter he read in the beginning of the session.
Yeah.
What happened to Orion and Nicholas? That's what I'm curious about.
They basically took him
they
back
just
to the
left?
bar.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Like when the cleric gave him the smelling salts, he's like, "Oh, thanks," and then he left. And I assume they went back to the bar.
How did I miss that? I was...
Yeah.
Hamish has to sort that one out with Nicholas and the crew. So.
that will be difficult, seeing as only 2 of the crew are here, are on the call in the moment.
Yeah, right?
We're drunk.
That'll have to be a special group session later. He'll just like he'll make that posting on the job board later. Just be like, oh, by the way, I couldn't get a chance to talk to you, but hey, you guys really need a special group session with Hamish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, let's take another look at this. Dear Hamish, I met a girl recently. Alright, that's not so abnormal. I've met lots of girls recently. She's funny and beautiful, and we pretty much hit it off right away. Oh, that's sweet, isn't it? If this was any other girl, I would take my time, make my move, confident that there would be no problem. Well, a self-confident person here, so I don't know. I'm not seeing any problems right now. If this was any other girl, she says. Oh, so she likes all the girls. Any other girl. That's interesting, isn't it? So, alright. So we've got someone who met a girl, which is not unusual apparently, because they like all the other girls. But with any other girl, she'd take her time. She wants to rush with this one. Or maybe I should read on. It's a bit confusing. But there's a problem. She is my co-worker's ex. Right. So, I guess the co-worker isn't very happy with that. We'll see. He kind of ditched her after a whole messed up situation of some kind. The details are unclear. Well, that's a problem right there. If you need to know what the details, you need to clarify the details in order to know what's going on. Because if I hadn't sat down and worked out the details of what was going on with the Rat King and the circles and stuff, then we'd never have worked out that they really wanted to come into town and open a restaurant. Or was it take over the town? I forget.
Take over the town.
So it sounds like step 1 is Greenie needs a mind map board.
Yes, that's great advice. Oh, that's excellent. I like that one. All right, so put that aside for now. Mind map boards, right? And I think she could do much better. All right, so hang on. Which girl is he talking about now? So, okay, so girl, that girl could do much better than the ex. Wait, is the co-worker the ex that... Alright, so I'm not sure whether she thinks the co-worker could do better or the ex could do better.
If I had to take a guess, and it would have to be a guess because I do not know this person, I would
think
say...
it's the coworker.
I think that the girl could do better than the coworker.
Oh, okay. I'm pretty sure... Oh, there's a clue.
Wait, hold on. She can do better than the coworker? She's not even trying for the coworker.
No, like, not Greenie could do better than, like, the ex. Oh my god. I don't know, of course, because this is just... this is all conjecture.
I don't know, V, why don't you fill us in on your thought process behind all this?
My thought process is, from the sounds of it, this girl that Greenie is interested in is quite the catch, and her ex, who is assumedly Greenie's coworker, is like not a catch.
Right, it's good because if this is a girl, then she's a she, and then Greenie says he's an alcoholic, so that must be the co-worker. I think he kind of ditched her. Yes, so the co-worker is a man, and the ex is a woman, and Greenie is indeterminate at this time. All right. So we think the ex is an alcoholic, which kind of seems to clear up the previous details of the messed up situation, but maybe she hasn't made that connection yet. Problem is, he's doing his best to win her back. What's wrong with her front?
V's gonna just facepalm.
Oh no, I see. So the co-worker wants the ex back in his life. So you got to read between the lines, people. Otherwise, it just gets confusing.
Of course. Why did I not think of that?
So, the alcoholic co-worker is trying to get the ex back. Greenie likes the ex, who's funny and beautiful, and they hit each other right away, which seems kind of violent, but that's okay. Some people like that. So, what do I do, says Greenie. Normally, I wouldn't view this guy as competition, but they have a history. Right, obviously, because they were together. I'm sure that I would be a better choice for her, but I'm worried their past relationship will cloud her judgment. Maybe what's clouding her judgment is that they hit it off right away, because if they start hitting each other, we've seen today, that can lead to head injuries and all kinds of confusion. Alright, so she goes on. Should I hurry up my pursuit, or do I continue as normal and hope that she makes the right choice?
I mean, my gut is you kind of gotta, like, seize the day. Like, you can't just let life kind of... You can't sit there and wait for life to happen, because it's not. It's never going to work that way. You gotta go for it.
But what if Greenie seizes the day and it doesn't work out like she hopes? Or
then she's just gotta move on.
Greenie is an indeterminate person.
Then it's tragic, but at least you tried, because you're not going to know until you try.
Yeah.
At least they tried, you mean Greenie. Because we're not talking.
Wait, what did I say?
You said you.
Oh.
Well, he's talking to the letter, obviously.
Oh, yeah. Obviously. Oh, right,
obviously.
Of course, my bad. Okay.
I feel like
okay,
the entire time, like, V has been, like, shifty-eyed.
Yeah, she's, like, not doing... Well, like, I rolled a deception earlier, and she did get a 19, so...
Yeah.
But, yes, it's probably still kind of, like, yeah, you know...
We're just
Sweats
completely
nervously.
oblivious.
Because if Greenie is just waiting around to see what she's going to choose, but the ex-girlfriend of the drunk co-worker doesn't know how Greenie feels, then how is she going to make the choice? She's going to think she only has one choice, which is the alcoholic ex. And that's not much of a choice at all, because, you know, that messed up situation probably had to do with his drinking, and, well...
It caused his drinking.
Could have, that's true. I wonder if he's still an alcoholic, or maybe he became an alcoholic because he left her. So maybe she's cure for his alcoholism, and maybe they should get back together as soon as possible before he drinks himself to death.
Any thoughts on that, Jakova?
What? Everyone has their demons. Who am I to judge?
Wait. Did I miss something? Where do the demons come into it? Because that's really complicated in a relationship if there are demons, blood magic, and all sorts. What?
It's a figure of speech.
Oh. Yeah, they always confuse me.
We figured that out.
I think what Greenie should do, and this is the very clear choice, is that she should get the co-worker very, very drunk, and then bring the ex to see the very drunk co-worker, so that she'll be able to show what a problem he is, and then she should tell the ex that she's actually the right choice, and it's all proven because, like, drunk coworker will just fall off the chair or something like that, because that's what drunks do, and Greenie will be standing there looking much better, and that's my advice. I'm going to write that all out. Get the coworker drunk and make him look bad in front of the ex, and that way she'll see that you're the good choice.
You really think that's the way for them to go?
Hamish, you should also probably mention in there that you should present yourself as one of the options instead of just kind of sitting there and waiting for it to happen.
Yeah, okay. So, dear Greenie, I think you need to let this girl know that you are the better choice. And in order to demonstrate that, get your co-worker as drunk as you possibly can and have him look completely useless in comparison to you. Also, wear your best clothes so that she will see that you can be much, much more attractive compared to the drunken bum in the corner.
What if Greenie only has...
I'll even provide the beer. I have a very nice carrot cake flavoured one that drunks seem to love.
What if Greenie only has, like, one set of clothes, though?
Wash them. Or buy new ones.
Shopping episode.
There's this really nice clothing shop that we went to a little while ago, and they're super nice and friendly, and you don't even have to fold the clothes up afterward. You just dump them in a pile and they do it for you. It's great.
No, you don't! You do not do that!
I mean, that was Liam's experience there. You didn't have to fold shit.
Ooh.
You don't complain or say anything. They just smiled this really tight smile and told me to have a nice day, and everyone was really nice.
And then they accused him of stealing for some reason, even though it's a free market.
Oh, no, I've learned that lesson. See, when they say free market, they don't actually mean that everything's free. You've got to pay for it. They just mean they're free to charge you whatever they want.
And it's free to enter the market.
That's true. But I've learned that free market means that they're free to charge you whatever they want. So you want to buy something, you pick it up, you ask them how much it is, they tell you a price, and it might seem really expensive, but they're free to do that, so you just have to pay it.
I feel like, Hamish, we need to learn you some bartering skills.
Bartering.
Yes.
Is that something to do with being in a bar? Because I'm good at that.
Well, I mean, you can barter in a bar, but... So, bartering is when you try and convince the person that the item that they're selling you is not worth what they're saying and that they're full of shit, and you can get a better price.
Well, how would you know? They're the one that have the item. Surely they know what it's worth.
That's not the point. The point is just to pay less for it.
But that seems dishonest.
Yep.
I mean, not like, deliberately getting someone drunk so you can show what a mess they really are. That's like, showing the true nature of something. And I'm sure people in the marketplace always present something in their the true nature of it, because otherwise they'd be being dishonest.
Maybe we should all go to the Honorable Pillow and have this conversation around a round of drinks.
I agree.
Are you buying?
Yeah, you know what? I am. I've got some money to burn. Let's go.
How much money do I have? I think Liam actually has a fair amount of money.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I do.
200 gold. I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah.
Swaps up his pack and sees something sticking out of the corner of it, and he's like, "Oh yeah, and I've got this really nice cape to give to Susie."
Nope.
Mm.
No. Please do not.
I
Well,
thought that
why
was your
not? We
cape.
agreed she'd look good in it.
We did agree that she would look good in it.
Man, we did
And after all, her
Hmm.
twin sister looked good in it.
It's not her twin sister. That was something that was trying to eat people.
Still look good in it.
Yeah. She gets like a faraway look on her face for a second.
She's like, you're not wrong, assholes.
You're not wrong. Like, don't love what you're saying. I'm not picking up what you're putting down.
I will not admit to this statement.
Nope. So, I think we're heading to the Honorable Pillow?
Yeah, our TM muted himself.
Yeah.
So the thing he's been saying for like the past 2 minutes, we can't hear.
Oh, yes, I was talking the whole time. I was saying, like, sounds like heading off to the bar sounds like a wonderful place to end the session because I need to jet. But,
All right.
so, it was wonderful to have you on, Mark.
Mm-hmm.
And
Thanks for having me on, guys. It was a lot of fun. I had to mute so that I could actually laugh in peace.
yes,
Thanks for putting up with our shit.
Yeah.
me all the time. All right, well, this was very fun. I will end the recording now, and we will leave off with everyone going to the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For no particular reason. I just think it's a good idea, you know?
I mean, socialization is more fun when there's beer involved.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Oh my god.
Are you sure you only want beer, though? Like, we could get you something stronger if you want. That sounds like the sound of all the vodka, please.
Saving the recording.
My roommate doesn't like beer, and I keep coaxing him into trying it.
Mm-hmm.
And so every time he's just like, oh my god, how can you drink this stuff? This is the worst thing I've ever tasted. And I just laugh because he keeps accepting some from me.
I did that with a friend of mine once when he turned 21. We decided to get some R&R whiskey and have it neat. And keep in mind, he was a good boy. He never drank when he was underage. And so he was like, yeah, but I'm not doing it alone because I know whiskey's harsh. And so we poured 3 shots, and me and my other friend like made eye contact and nodded, and we understood we were just gonna like man up on this. And we went, yeah, and we took our shots and just totally stone faced and went, yeah, man, it's really good, real smooth. And it's not. R&R is not good whiskey.
Oh, no.
And he bought it. He looked at that one. Oh, it must not be that bad. And he just went for it and took the whole shot. And he regretted it. Like, me and my friend were dying inside, but we agreed silently in that moment we were going to bluff our way through it, and it worked. It was so funny. He was like, oh, it must not be that bad. And he went, oh, God. It was so funny.
I don't know if I've told this before. I probably have. The whole wasabi thing with a friend of mine.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
It's so good. Yeah, I think my roommates did the exact same thing with the wasabi, where he like